Atmas and Namaskaram to my Atma Guru who is behind me and who is guiding me to do all these things. And he has given instruction to present today the God's third commandment. How mankind should fulfill their duties to release all the karmas. Social duties mainly. Most of the people do the micro family duties and they ignore or forget about the macro family duties. God says only if one fulfills the social responsibility for the macro family, then only their karmas will completely get released and they attain mukti. Otherwise, they have to take birth after birth to release the karmas. As long as they can restrict their duties to their micro family, it is nothing but they are doing duty like a 5 sons animal because that it takes care of only its family. But man is near. If you want to attain go near the God, he takes care of the entire universe, every creatures in the universe. Similarly, man, if you need to reach the God, attain mukti, the thing that divides Paramatma, Jivatma from Paramatma is the karmic layers. The karmic layers, it has to be annihilated. Man should do his duties perfectly. Duties is the path to release the karmas. Duties to the family, duties to the micro family, society. So, out of these duties in the macro family, we have seen the 3 levels, that is education to all, employment to all, health for all. Today we are going to see water for all. 4 things I have seen. Water for all. And 5th is food for all. What is food for all? Because today, out of 140 crore population, more than 140 crore population, if you categorize the people according to the economic status, we see the first, the lowest category forms the beggars, street dwellers, nomads. The next comes people below poverty line. And next comes the poor. Next comes the lower middle class. Then comes the middle class. Then comes the upper middle class. Then comes the rich. So these are the categories. And if you observe the population in total, you see the people falling under the first 3 categories. It is beggars, nomads, and street dwellers, those who are living. Then the people below poverty line and lower middle class people. They form the majority of population in most of the states. And rich people, upper middle class people, they got the economic status to maintain whatever be the cost involved for their food, clothing, shelter, education, higher education, going for abroad for everything they can able to manage by themselves. But these below poverty line, poor, middle, upper, lower middle class people, they struggle with their minimum income earnings they make, and they are all people who mostly they are very honest and genuine to live within their limited resources. But out of the earnings, the main cost is taken away by the food to maintain for the entire year, entire month with the monthly income. They have to fulfill. The first thing is to see that the family get 3 times a meal. There should not be any starvation. But is it happening? If you say, in most of the cases, those below poverty line, those beggars, those small low income people, they are not fully getting that needed food. That is the factor what is causing the malnutrition. So this factor government has to take the responsibility. So what has to be done in this respect? So food for all means we should provide food for all category of people. Up to the first, there is beggars, below poverty line, poor, lower middle class. These are the 5 categories. Upper middle class and rich people, they can able to manage as far as this food is concerned. Now we are going to see beggars, street dwellers and nomads. First, for these people government has to do is they should provide proper shelter for them. For beggars, street dwellers, they should not roam lie and sleep in the streets. Today we see when you go out in the midnight, you see a lot of people lying in the road, lying in the street platforms and sleeping. in the winter they're sharing their sleep. People should observe why. What is the reason? People are sleeping in the bus shelters. So government should take and see that in the entire country, wherever these beggars are there, wherever the street dwellers are there, they should be provided shelter and they should be provided food. And food should not be given freely. They should use these people, the physical efforts from these people, those who are capable. Old people, they can give given food, but young people who are capable, who have that physical, they should be used for this infrastructure development project, whatever happening, taking government is taking, there they can use as coolies for them. So that their productivity is also be utilized by the government. So this is the first step for us. And second is people below poverty line. They will be working as coolies or somewhere, but the income may not be sufficient. One day they get, you see the people who are working in construction employment, construction worker, they get one day work, another day they won't get the work. And they have to live with the limited income. Someday they eat, someday they don't eat. But such kind of people should get the needed, below poverty line people. They even doesn't know how to write. They don't know about what is the income they make. For such the below poverty line, government should provide rationing fully. That is for entire month. How many people are there? What is the minimum quantity of food required? That food grains and all the essential commodities for having 3 meals a day, the government should take the steps to provide them. They have to procure from the farmers with minimum procurement price and put in the Food Corporation of India, and this rationing they have to do at each ward level for all the people, especially people below poverty line. And next comes the people lower middle class, this kind of people. So most of the people today in our society can see lower middle class and middle class form the majority in villages or cities. And farmers mostly fall under lower middle class and middle class. In farmers, if you see, we observe people today, recently we observe many of the farmers, they are from Punjab, Haryana, UP, they have come to Delhi on a big large number of people came there to raise slogans against the government, asking for support. What is the support they want? Is minimum procurement price. So today, many people they produce it and it is sold to the market, which is procured at a very low price. So the cost of production, the price at which they sell it is less than the cost of production, and they have procured the money for cultivation, harvesting up to that period, whatever money they have taken loan, and that loan amount they have to pay means they have to get the minimum procurement price. Then only they can pay the loan and meet their family commitments. But since they are not getting the minimum procurement price, most of the people could not able to repay the loan. Now they have enough money to survive for their family. That's why in Vidarbha region in Maharashtra and every year you see a lot of farmers do mass suicide. They could not able to pay the debts. Though government is taking to repay the debts, most of the farm loan have been waived. But actually, in most of the cases, they could not able to pay the entire thing. But here, without waiver and without putting the farmers into any kind of dilemma, government should take the initiative to fix a minimum procurement price. Not only fixing minimum procurement price, government should acquire from all the farmers throughout the India, wherever they are cultivation, in each ward level, in each panchayat level. Government should have their office. They should procure all the farm products by themselves. They should avoid any middleman in them. So every farmer whomsoever make cultivation, they should sell only to the government. And in turn, the government will sell to the manufacturers, wholesale and retail distributors at a price. And they fix a specific price at which they can sell to the maximum price at which they can sell to the public. If anybody sells more than that, they will be penalized or they will be suspended. Like that, they have to bring in a rule so that the farmers will get a minimum procurement price for their products, and the end users, the public, will also get the product at a specified price. There will not be any hoarding, because today there are middlemen in the brokers, agents are there who procure from the farmers and they hoard it, and once the demand increases and they bring it out and sell at a higher price, and make huge profit. And the sufferers are, they could get at a lower price from farmers and they sell at a higher price to the public. So mainly the middleman is making the income. So to avoid this, government should procure at a minimum procurement price by which the farmers not only they should give minimum procurement, they go acquire everything. And another thing is, government for each farmer, whatever seeds, manures, fertilizers, government should give to them, and minimum loan they should give to them through a farmer's credit card like that. Through that card, they can procure the manure, they can procure the fertilizers, they can withdraw the money for paying to the laborers, for harvesting, for cultivation, all these things they can do. And after the cultivation, when the farm products are brought to the government authorities, they can take it and adjust against the amount utilized under the farm credit card, and they make the payment. So by which, and another thing is, government should cover insurance for all the farmers and their farm products. So by which what happens, in case if there is any farm, that is the products, farms, the cultivation is lost due to floods or due to this insects, or due to virus, or due to drought, anything, they could not able to produce the products to the government for adjusting against their loans, whatever they utilize. In that case, government should use the insurance cover to meet the cost and give them the farmers the needed support for the subsequent cultivation. So by which farmers will not suffer. Farmers will have the needed support from the government. Not only procurement price, they get all the needed support, and they have enough income for survival of their family, and their per capita income can be increased. So this is the way how we can able to, government can support the farmers in all respects. And how it can support the public in this, by giving the food for all, especially the poor, lower middle class. Government should establish fair price shop, supermarket in each ward level, where all the produce which they have obtained from the farmers, all the essential commodities, including the cosmetics, soaps, all other things which is available in the supermarket, they should procure directly from the manufacturers at a factory cost, and they should sell it in the supermarket at the minimum price, economic price. So by which what happens, the poor, middle class, lower middle class people, not only anybody, even upper middle class, they can buy the product from here, so that they get the price. Today what they are procuring in other places at 5,000 per month if they are getting project. By this purchase through this fair price shop, they can get 3,000, the same produce, and with the income available, they can take more food products from them, so that they can have full meals for all the three times a day, and at the same time they can make good savings also. This is the way government should implement through these fair price shops. So when the poor, middle class, lower middle class people have sumptuous food for 3 times, at the same time they make savings, with that their per capita income also increase. So here, through the food for all policy should be such that agriculture farmers should get enough returns for their hard work, and their per capita income also should increase, and common man should have the necessary food for procurement through these fair price shops, and they should also increase their per capita income. So by this way, the food for all should be implemented, and government should also see through their fair price shops. There are various women's self-help groups in various villages. They produce so many products. These products should also be sold in this fair price shop, by which they should support this self-help group, especially self-employed people, to make their livelihood. The self-help group, the fair price shops should also support the self-help group manufacturer, by which the self-employed youth in rural areas or other areas, they should get the necessary support for their livelihood. And also, government should put up in each ward level a Ullavar Sandai, that is farmers market, where the agricultural produce like fruits, vegetables, flowers, fish, all these things, they have separate market, for all this, where people can acquire, get the products. These are all the which the perishable products like vegetables, fruits, flour, in one area, and fish, mutton, other area, so that people can get these quantity, these things fresh at a cheaper price. So object is food for all, means people should get within the limited resources. They should have sumptuous food. At the same time, they should make in savings, for which government should take these measures. So by doing this, we can create give an opportunity food for all economic status people, increase the per capita income, which naturally increases the economic status of individuals and also the government, by which we can bring a real developed nation. This is the objective of Food for All. Thank you.